Hello friends, welcome to GT Science tutorial. In this video, I am going to explain about inductive effect. If you are a chemistry student, then you must know how important inductive effect is. If you don't know what inductive effect is, then it will be very hard for you to understand many important concepts of organic chemistry. So in this video, we are going to see what inductive effect is, what are its type, and what are its application by watching different examples. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Before understanding inductive effect, you must know about electronegativity. So electronegativity is the tendency of an element to attract the electron pair towards itself. Suppose I took an example H, F, then there will be a bond between them, right? One electron will be donated by hydrogen and one electron will be donated by fluorine. But it is not necessary that these electrons will be exactly in the middle of the bond. But due to a effect called electronegativity, these electrons will be shifted towards fluorine. Why? Because the electronegativity value of fluorine is greater than electronegativity value of hydrogen. Here you can see that electronegativity value of hydrogen is 2.2 and that of fluorine is 3.98, right? So this is a greater value. That's why electrons will be shifted towards F. Now you can see another example, HCl. Here in this case also the electronegativity value of chlorine is higher than that of hydrogen, right? So the electrons will not be here but it will shift to here. This will be the main position of electrons. So from this you know that electrons are shifted towards the more electronegative element, right? Now let's see about inductive effect. After understanding electronegativity, it's time to understand the inductive effect. Let me write the same example, HF. Now, I told you that due to electronegativity difference, the electrons will be situated here, right? They will be closer to fluorine, right? Now, if you notice one thing, if the electrons were here in the middle, then the net charge on both the elements would be 0, right? Now if it is transferred from one place to another, right, now it is being migrated towards fluorine, so partially we can say that it is gaining partial negative charge. Why? Because the electrons are getting towards fluorine and due to which it will generate partial positive charge. This generation of charge, that is delta plus and delta minus, is called inductive effect. Sorry, it's called induction, and this effect is called inductive effect. Inductive effect is nothing but the generation of charge due to the electronegativity difference between the two elements. So this is actually inductive effect. Now there are two types of inductive effect. The first one is plus I effect, and the second one is minus I effect. The concept is very clear. You can see from here that here fluorine is withdrawing electrons, right? This is what withdrawing means gaining. It is absorbing or it is withdrawing the electrons, and hydrogen is donating the electrons, right? Donating the electron. So as it is gaining, that's why delta negative charge appeared on it. So it will show minus I effect. And as hydrogen is losing or donating the electron, it will develop delta plus charge on it. So it will show plus I effect. So I hope you understood about it. If some elements donates the electron, it will behave as plus I effect, and if some element accept the electron or withdraws the electron, it will show minus I effect. So these are the two types of inductive effect. Now let us understand this by taking some more examples which are very important to understand as well and for the examination as well. We have already seen the example of hydrogen fluoride. Now let us see some more examples. Let us take an example of methyl chloride. Okay, this is an example we are taking. Now if you see from here, the expanded structure is C and there are 3 H on C and it is bonded to Cl, right? Now you can see from here that the electronegativity value of chlorine is more than that of carbon, right? So electrons will be shifted towards chlorine and as a result delta negative charge will appear on here and delta positive charge will appear on here, right? So this will show minus I effect, and this will show what? Plus I effect, The concept is very simple. Okay, now let me take one more example. Let me take CS3CS2Cl, that is ethyl chloride. Now if I expand this structure, I will get a structure like this, right? There will be 3 hydrogen on this carbon and 2 hydrogen on this carbon, and this will be connected to chlorine. Okay, now you can see here the electrons will be migrated toward chlorine, right? So as a result, delta negative charge will appear on here and delta positive charge will appear on here. Now what about this carbon? As this carbon is carrying positive charge, so the electronegativity tendency is more in this carbon than this carbon, because this carbon is neutral, it does not want to gain electron, right? But it is positively charged, so it will try to gain some electrons. So this carbon will donate electron to this carbon and as a result delta plus charge is appeared on here. Now what is the meaning of delta plus and delta plus? Here we need to know that delta plus is higher value and delta plus is lower value. That means there will be value difference. Now you can see, you can also tell one thing, that the electronegativity difference of chlorine and this carbon is higher than the electronegativity difference of this carbon and this carbon. That's why the magnitude of plus ion is decreasing from here to here. Now this trend will follow in every example. Now from this, what we can say? Inductive effect is distance dependent. That means as we increase the number of carbon, then the charge on each carbon will keep on decreasing. Okay, will keep on decreasing. That's why it is also called distance dependent. So now let us take some more examples so that we can be very clear about inductive effect. Now let's take another example. Suppose I have 3 compounds like this, fluorine and bromine. Now I need to know in which of this compound there is higher value of minus I effect. That is, in which of this compound minus I effect is dominant, minus I effect is maximum. Then first of all we need to see these compounds. The electronegativity value of chlorine is 3.16, right? The electronegativity value of fluorine is 3.98 and the electronegativity value of bromine is 2.96. I forgot to write, sorry for that, 2.96. Now if we compare from here that the electronegative value, the En value or electronegativity value of fluorine is maximum among these cases, right? Then it comes chlorine and finally the least for bromine. So it will attract electron pair very strongly as compared to these two, right? So obviously delta minus charge will appear on all of them, but as the electronegativity value of fluorine is maximum, so it will show maximum or strongest minus I effect, and it will show weakest minus I effect. Now let's take another example of benzene ring. Here it is a benzene ring, right? And suppose there is one more group that is attached to it, C triple bond CH. Now here you can see that these two carbons are attached to different groups. Here this carbon is attached to triple bond, right? This carbon has triple bond and this carbon has double bond. So now if we want to check which will behave, which of this group behave as minus I effect and which of these groups show plus I effect, then first of all we need to know that electronegativity value increases with increase of percentage of S character. You know about hybridization, right? If for alkyne case, that is triple bond, the hybridization is sp. For alkene, that is double bond, the hybridization is sp2. And for alkane, that is single bond, the hybridization is sp3. Now if you see from here that this will take 50% plus this will take 50%, isn't it? Here percentage of S character is 50%. Now for this case, the percentage of S character will be 33.33%, and it will have 66.66%. And here for this case, the percentage of S character will be 25% and 75% P character. Now you need to see that if there is 3 bonds, triple bonds, that is alkyne group, then the percentage of S character is maximum, and if percentage of S character is maximum, then electronegativity value will be maximum, right? So here for this case, for this particular case, this will have delta minus, because the percentage of this will be this is alkyne, so percentage of S character is maximum, that is 50% for this, right? So electronegativity value of this group will be higher than this one, so electron will be attracted towards it, and as a result delta minus charge will appear on it. But for this case, the percentage of S character is how much? 33.33%. That means electronegativity value will be little less, and as a result this will develop plus I effect. Okay, now if you see one more example, suppose I took the example of toluene. Now here this carbon has single bond, right? So the percentage of S character is how much? 25%. And for this one 25%, and for this benzene group the percentage of S character is 33.33%. So as a result electronegativity value of benzene group will be higher, so electrons will be attracted towards the benzene group, and as a result delta minus charge will appear on it and delta plus charge will appear on it, and hence this will show minus I effect, and this will show what? Plus I effect. And here I forgot to write, sorry for that. This will show minus I effect, and this will show what? Plus I effect. So this is all about inductive effect. I hope you liked my video, and if you liked the video, please share this video to everybody you know, and thank you for watching the video.